Yes, people, how are we? How are we today? Champions League is back again. Match day 2. Before we start though, people, make sure you smash the like and share button. Always. Road to 500. We will get there eventually. Right. Galatasaray away. 8 o'clock kickoff. Off the back of us winning our first Champions League game. Galatasaray, by the way, are absolutely flying this season. In the league, obviously. In the Champions League, not so much because they lost the first game 5-1 to Frankfurt, who was still a decent team, by the way, who we still will have to play at some point this season, in the next couple of months, I think, away. TK's old side, you know what I'm saying? Who we have back for tonight's game. So, Galatasaray, people, got players like Sane, Osman, Gundogan, Torreira, players like that, Icardi. Got some decent players there. Now, I don't know the injury status of their team. I don't really know that too well, but what I know is our team in terms of like injuries and who's gone, who hasn't. Let's talk about Chiesa, people. Now, do you all believe that he got a little knock against Palace, or do you just think that, he's just not going with the team because the manager don't want him there? Now, I don't know, people. A lot of people seem to be questioning this by going, I just don't think the manager rates him. He doesn't want to give him a chance. He's too scared to drop the likes of Salah and whatnot for Chiesa. Now, I don't know, people. We do know he is injury prone. However, he is injury prone. So that could be a reason. He could be carrying one. But I don't know because I didn't, from watching the Palace game myself, I didn't really seem to think he was injured in any sort of way. But obviously, you don't really find out till after the game anyway when they do scans or whatever to see what's the problem. So I don't know on that one. I would have liked him to feature because, we can all admit on this one, he's giving it absolutely everything at the minute. And these are the type of players that you need to stick in your team that are willing to put it all on the line for you, give you an extra 20% out of. The fans are really taken to him. And he's going to feed off that, obviously. So no Chiesa with the squad. He's obviously in the Champions League squad registered now. He just hasn't travelled to Turkey with the team. Is he getting saved for Chelsea on the weekend? Has Slot got bigger ideas? I wouldn't count on it, people. I wouldn't count on it. I definitely wouldn't see him starting on the weekend. Obviously, it's not going to happen tonight. So we'll have to see on that. However, TK's back after his 1-game suspension off the back of one of the worst red cards I've probably seen in a while in terms of stupidness and low IQ. We can talk all night about how stupid that red card was. How, it wasn't needed. Do you know what I mean? At all. So, I'm not predicting a good game tonight, people. I'm not. I still don't think we've really got going yet. I do think we will eventually. But not tonight, people. I think it's going to be a really tough game tonight. They're obviously 7 out of 7 in their league. Conceded 2 goals as well in the league, obviously. Obviously, they got smashed in the first round of the Champions League, but they're going to want to bounce back tonight. They're going to be up for it. It's a very intimidating ground to go to, as we know. It's going to be a tough one, people. We've seen them with the fireworks and all that outside the team hotel. Now, listen, people, we've done the same to other teams, so we can't say nothing. We can't say nothing that's happened back to us, Gotta, give it, you got to take it. You know what I mean? No homo, by the way, people. No homo. But, yeah, I'm not expecting a win tonight. I'm not. I'm expecting a scrappy, ugly game. Again, I think a 1-1 or a 2-2, something like that. I think we're going to struggle again. However, prove me wrong, innit? Prove me wrong. Now, what I think we'll go with tonight, just bear with me for a sec. I do think, obviously, Alisson starting goal. Bradley, that right back, because he's more solid defensively than Frimpong, I'd say. Obviously, Frimpong's more of a wing back and he likes to get forward more. He hasn't really got the physicality either to back, but he still does an all right job. Your yard dogs in the Canate, Van Dijk, I'm guessing, at centre half. Canate got to be on it tonight, bro. Got to be on it. Those fans are just intimidate us, which I don't think it will. We've been to much more fierce grounds and fierce games, so I'm sure we'll be fine. I think Robertson will start at left back tonight. However, I don't think Kirkes will start. I think he's been a bit too rash lately. I think we need more of a cool head at the back, a bit more experience. You know what I mean? Someone who can handle these type of games a bit better. Obviously, Gravenberch, McAllister. I don't know about McAllister, people. He looks like he's playing through an injury. He has been for a while. I don't think he's anywhere near his best at the minute. Like I say, our midfield gets played through too easy for large parts of most games. Part of that is obviously him carrying the knock, so he's not being able to, fulfill his role to the best of his ability at the minute. But he's still one of our best players by a mile. He's an unbelievable footballer, people. We all know this. However, I do think obviously Salah's going to keep his place. A lot of you, obviously think he shouldn't because he's been poor lately, but he gets his numbers, doesn't he? That's why he doesn't get dropped. Whether that's right or wrong, listen, we know he comes up with goals all the time and pens, assists, whatever, because he's always on for the whole 90 minutes. It's very rare he gets subbed off. Should he get dropped? Listen, if those performances carry on, then absolutely. But like I said, the numbers are there, people, and he's obviously going to produce them, isn't he? Now, I don't want to see Vert on the left wing again after the other day, at least for the foreseeable anyway. Szoboszlai has to play today. He has to. We're just a better team when he plays. I've realised that now. But on the left wing, people, I don't know, man. He's probably going to go with Vert again, maybe, but or Gakpo. We'll have to see on that. I don't see Engamoa starting. I don't see anyone else playing out on the left wing. So I'm not too sure, people. And definitely, I don't think Isak and Ekitike will play together. I think Ekitike starts up top and Isak's on the bench tonight, which is fucking insane for striker depth. I'll never get over how unreal that striker depth is. But we need to get Isak to 100% as well. Because the worst thing that can happen is if we keep playing him when he's not fully there, he ends up getting a knock. Again, we're down another player. And obviously, he's a little bit injury prone as well. But, we're doing our best to look after him here. So, long may it continue. So, I think it'll be... I don't think he's going to drop Vert, so I think Vert is going to start out wide. That's what I think will happen. We'll see, people. We could even play Szoboszlai a bit deeper and put Vert in the 10. Gakpo out on the wide. So, we'll see how it goes, people. As for them, I just know they're going to come out and try and attack us and make it intimidating and fierce. Sink or swim, lad, so we better be able to swim in this environment tonight. So, I want to see a win. I don't think we'll win. Like I said, a draw 1-1, 2-2. I'll go with 1-1. Final prediction. And, all that matters to me is that get the 3 points and get out of there. But hopefully the Palace lost the other day and give them a kick up the arse and go, you know what, let's click into gear. Just how we did last season after Forest. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. So come on, Reds, do the business tonight, will you? Yeah? Then we can move on to Chelsea on the weekend, who are in trouble at the minute. But perfect time to play us, innit? Because we'll obviously struggle. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Back the boys always. Let's be having it. Peace out.